Cheers, 2024, bro.
Cheers, man.
All right.
It's been a rough one. I've been down for like 7 days, bro.
7 days.
7 days.
7 days.
God said take a seat before you get into this new year, man. So I had some things I had to sit down and think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's been a rough one, but
yeah,
we back on.
we back on. So, we started off the new year right. One of the things that I did to get our new year started, we started the process with the Great Connector. So, if you don't know about the Great Connector, I'm going to drop his IG tag right here. You need to check his page out. What I liked about the Great Connector is that he's a man of God. He's a man that also curses. We had cigars in the park, and he has a well-balanced philosophy on life. And so I think he'll be a great conversation, a great opportunity to really share philosophy to this podcast. And so I like to nominate him to come and be a part of our program.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, we got time to pull up.
Yeah. All right. All right. So Great Connector. You
pull on up, bruh.
Pull on up, please. Accept this invitation to hang out with us, me and Ryan, and for our episode for First Day Kings, where we're going to talk more about a little deep dive into some more of your philosophies. But we like to start with happiness because we want to know, are you on a path towards happiness? And because that's what we're on, one day at a time.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not happy, life is too short, man. Look, we started off the new year, unfortunately. I think I was there virtually. I think you were there present with the funeral. Yeah. And it's only scary when you're not doing what you should be doing, right?
Yeah.
Or you're not doing something because you're scared of doing something. And at the end of the day, it's like, why?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We all got something to face here.
Yeah, straight up.
The scariest moment is, I think that everybody thinks about as you get older, is dying, right?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? Yeah. And then if you saw just what's going viral, just off the internet today, if you watch Shay Shay,
yeah.
Shout out to Shannon Sharpe for putting on an amazing interview with Cat Williams, by the way. That was one for woo! Wow. But he caught something in the 2 hour and 43 minute interview. What I picked out was actually what we're about.
Yeah.
And what this whole podcast is about.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how you know, if you look at yourself at the end of the day, mm-hmm. and like if you go to sleep tonight, you may not wake up. You literally go unconscious for a reason.
Yeah.
There's a whole purpose of that. You need to like humble yourself down and really think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
So pause on that. And when you're done unpausing from that, think about, if I go to sleep tonight, did I do enough for my family?
Dang.
Did I do enough for my community?
Yeah.
Did I do enough for my brother?
Yeah.
Did I do what I said I was going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Did I show up for myself?
For myself.
Did I show up for my mom? Did I show up for my dad? Did I show up for my ancestors? Did I show up financially? Did I stand on love? Right?
Yeah.
What we talk about. Did I do all these things from one day to the next?
Straight
like
up.
If I drive out of here, Justin, and I don't make it, did I make sure I connected with my daughter? Did I make sure I connected with my girl? Did I make sure I've done everything I need to do before I exit this world? And if you can look back at the end of the day, like he was saying, and most of us probably can look back and say, I didn't do enough.
Not at all. I can tell you that right now.
I mean, there's a balance to it.
There is. So, for example, like I'm in my relationship, and my woman, she looks for that connection before we lay down, before we sleep, or she doesn't want to go to sleep unless we have a small intimate moment. And she gets on me about that. You know, if I'm up till 4 a.m, she's up till 4 a.m. But at the same time, I'll be up till 4 a.m. and I'll get up at 8 because, or 7:30 to take the kids to school. And then, you always call me once you know that I'm up. Then we'll talk till 9:30. I'll start work and, we'll continue my day. Mm-hmm. And my wife is beat because I'm like, yo, you need to get up. But that's who she is. Like, she wants a little bit before I go to sleep. I want at least a little bit of intimate moment with you because I might not wake up or you might not wake up. And the last thing that I want or to not have happen is one of us didn't get to connect with each other before we didn't wake up before. And so she wants to be like my last point of contact. And trust me, it's a prison, but at the same time, it's also a blessing.
It can be, it shouldn't be a prison.
It should not.
Think about this.
It should be a blessing.
Think about this. Think about this. Because it could go the opposite. It goes either way, right?
Yeah.
Think about this. Think about if you didn't have the intimate moment tonight.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And tomorrow something happens to your wife.
Yeah.
It cannot maybe detriment her. It may change her whole being as a person to where she may not be that intimate person with you again.
Correct.
She may not. That's through God's mercy and grace that we get that from one day to the next, right?
Correct.
No doubt.
Correct. But see, the thing is, and we look at the stars for some of this explanation. She's a fire sign. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to fire signs, these are passions that don't burn out. If I die before we had an intimate moment, it would burn with her forever. I'm a water sign. So with a water sign, I'm like, listen, I cherish you. If you die tomorrow or if you die today, I was happy with every moment that we've already spent, and I can still cherish it back and forth for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but you're going to be guilty.
No, I won't. I don't feel guilt.
If you were too busy, if you put work before, what my point is this. When somebody calls you into a moment of time,
okay,
you married this woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means you took a vow before God, right?
Correct. Most definitely.
So God is the center of this relationship, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if your wife calls on you for something, that could be God also calling you. You do need to have this moment.
Mm-hmm.
You need to think about it that way. And the reason why I say that is because
I can appreciate that.
Okay.
But I don't. The reason why I say I choose to live my way is because for me, it was advice that my mom gave me. I remember when I was 19 years old, and my first what I believe. When you're 19, you believe love is love. It's love is based on your experience and how much you put into it. So that's why love can be real at any stage of life. So a teenager does have their right to what they feel love is. But when my heart was broken, the best advice that I've been living my life towards was the advice that my mom gave me. My mom says that you, as a human being, as a vessel of God, your job is never to give your complete heart to another human being. The only person that you give your complete heart to is God. Because if you understand that you've given your complete trust and love to God, no human being can break your heart.
I'm not going there with that, so I'm not going down that segue. But my point is this.
I got you. But let me at least finish out my statement of why I believe it.
Go ahead.
For me, if I love someone, and because my wife... here we go.
You do love your wife.
But hear me out. This is my contractual system. So it's meaning if I don't love someone, then I'm not going to make these sacrifices. So regardless if it's my wife or it isn't my wife, if it's my best friend, if I love my best friend, I'm going to make these sacrifices. If I don't, and this is about appreciating someone's time and making sure I have those intimate moments. So this is a part of what you're saying. But if I love my wife and I appreciate her, this love is going to be a deep understanding. It won't just sit at the surface of a conversation. It won't sit at the surface of a bad week. It won't sit at the surface of, we had a rough couple of months. This is a deep love that I have for this person. So therefore, there's always going to be grace, love, and compassion. And I'm going to do my best to encompass love as a lasting thing. So I don't have to situationally, oh my gosh, I live with grief and regret because I didn't get to kiss her one last time. I don't have those type of regrets because grief isn't a thing of God. It's not grief. The word I'm using is, you used it earlier, it's a G word as well. Guilt. Guilt is not of God. God is a jealous God, meaning if you put someone before me, just like my wife is jealous. If you put another woman before me, I get jealous, and she has the right to be.
All right, hold on, dog. We going way too far.
No,
You
this is a part of the
you
conversation.
went. Okay, one, we started with happiness.
Yeah.
Then we got on the path of my wife likes to be in the moment with me. My whole point of that is this,
What you got?
is if you miss the moments of life,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Because one intimate moment
Yes.
leads to another intimate moment.
Yeah.
And once you have momentum
Mm-hmm.
and you are consistent,
Yes.
women love consistency.
I totally agree.
Okay.
might-
Now,
listen,
hold on. I'm not done.
go
I'll let
ahead.
you go on. I'll
Go
let you
ahead.
go. Now let me go.
All right.
See how you like to take over the conversation.
Not at
Hold up.
all.
Pause. Pause.
I believe we,
Pause.
we
Pause.
believe.
Pause.
We believe the same thing, my friend. I think we
We're
have
not.
the same
We're not
issue.
going. I'm just. This is my point. Is my point is this.
All right.
It doesn't. What you're saying is her moment of time. What she wants may be important to her, but how you view it, it may not be important to you. That's what I heard. Now
No.
y'all tell me. Now y'all
No.
tell me if you heard
Not
something.
not at all.
What you said, that's what I heard.
Not
What
at
you
all.
say.
So I'll
now
read-
hold on.
No, wait.
And my
But
point is this.
But if you can't,
and I'm gonna up it.
don't push a point if you have a misunderstanding.
No,
so let me
that's what I-
clarify that.
Okay, so go
you
ahead.
said that's what you heard. So let me clarify.
You
the
just
understanding.
because you said
So I will reiterate.
don't
what
put
I said.
myself into
Correct.
love of someone
So here we go.
else.
Wait a minute. Here we go.
Even
I'll
though she may
repeat-
want to kiss me,
No, wait a minute.
it may not be that important.
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, bro, you
No.
say a lot.
Here we
That's
go.
hot,
But
bro.
this
That's
is
fire.
But this is why I need to stop you, because you missed a couple of key words that I did use.
Okay, well then bring
So
it back. So
I said it's
Okay.
about the consistency. For example, earlier when you brought me some banana pudding, you said you should be able to have a cheat day. My thing is, it cannot be a prison, meaning you hold me accountable to kissing you every single night before you go to bed, and now I'm in punishment.
Wait.
But if I have a cheat day, meaning my moment that I missed should not be as significant as the moments that I show up. I can show up to bed every single night at 10 o'clock, but if I stay up till 4 a.m. in the morning, my wife shouldn't wait for me and punish herself and ruin her whole next day just so she can kiss me goodnight. That should not happen.
Sure.
She has other responsibilities and things that God requires her to do, why she should stick to her schedule. But I have no problem giving her an intimate moment as much as I can, but it should not be a prison. That is exactly what I said, but you may have missed that. And it's okay. We believe in the same things.
I didn't hear that.
I truly value the time to kiss my wife every single moment I can.
I'm helping you out, bro.
You don't have to help me out.
I'm helping you out, bro, because you did not spell that out earlier. That did not come out.
If
I'm
you
telling
didn't hear something that I said, is that a me issue or a you issue?
No, I'm telling you what I heard, brother.
I got that.
If I tell you what I heard, that's what I heard. Maybe in your head you said
Yes.
something else,
Okay.
but what came out your lips is what I heard.
And I appreciate,
So I'm telling- that's why I'm regurgitating
and why
and saying-
I will appreciate
Yes.
you
Yes.
for giving me the opportunity
To clear
stop
it.
you and
Yes.
clear up
Yes.
what you heard.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Because
All right. So we good.
yes, yes, we good. Because
We
I know
good.
what you meant.
All
Now let's
right.
make it sure
Straight up,
that
straight up,
that we
straight
get
up.
that out.
Of
That's all.
course.
Because
Of
it comes
course.
down to happiness.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a king's not going to be happy in his home if the queen at night is not getting what she needs. There's no way a king's going to be able to lay down. You may be able to lay down, but I'm going to tell you how you lay down when she's happy versus when you're not happy.
Yeah.
It's a different type of lay down.
And,
you feel me?
And also,
it is a different type of get up
and-
too.
Yes, correct.
It's a different type of sleep.
And also, a king will not be happy
No.
if he is a slave to a woman.
100%. No, he
Huh.
won't be.
Did that resonate? If a king cannot be a slave of no man or no woman,
No,
so it can be a prison, and it can be a
there's no prison.
blessing.
Why do you say
Yes,
prison? Where's
because
the prison
a
mindset?
king cannot be a slave to any man or woman.
He can't
period.
he can't not only be that, he can't be a slave to this earth.
He can't be a slave, period.
there's
Because if
only-
he's a slave, he's not a what?
He's not a king. He can't be
He's not a king. You gotta say that again. He's not a king.
Hey, yo, shout out. Hey, by the way, so why are we talking about shout out people? Shout out to Ian, by the way.
Shout out to Ian. Ian
Because
is
he
a
does
king.
Ian's a
With
king. He
Ian-
does 11-day sacrifice.
Yes.
And that 11-day sacrifice, you got to give up sex.
Yeah.
You got to give up alcohol.
Alcohol.
You got to give up if you smoke weed,
Yep.
cigarettes for 11 days. And the whole purpose of it is
Television, you are
you giving it all up, right? And the whole point
pornography,
of it, everything,
everything.
everything. And it's a challenge that I did. It's a challenge that supposedly you're going to do.
I'm going to be doing it in February. Now, mind you, for me, this is going to be very special because my anniversary is also in February.
You got to do that on
so
the
it's
1st.
Like,
so make sure you clear on the 14th, bro. You gotta...
I am literally going to extend this to a Valentine's Day date, which is going to be an amazing. And my wife had to actually agree to allow me to do this because her agreeing to do this, it's going to be, we're going to be sleeping separately, bro. My woman, I can't lay next to my woman and not do anything.
Why?
She's too soft.
You're married.
She's too soft.
And she's your wife.
You love her.
So
I can't. So this is going to be a very difficult, because we spent, I think I spent maybe 5 days away from her, and this is while we were dating.
Yeah.
I went to Costa Rica, and it was very difficult even at that stage, and we've maybe went 2-3 days away from each other, and it was very difficult. I mean, some of our biggest problems has happened because just that extended period of time, and it wasn't even like an infidelity or anything like that issue. It was just more of like it's like just seeing how much our habits align with each other, like things were just thrown off, right? And so we work together, we live together, we rotate, taking the kids to school. And how much time we actually spend together is she is like a true never leave my side best friend. Like it's just that relationship. So it's like this cleanse is going to be something I definitely know I need, but it's also going to be a challenging thing for me, in which every king needs a challenge. And through overcoming challenges is how you learn lessons. When you know all the lessons, you're the master. And that's what this is all about. It's mastery.
Yeah, that's
one day to the next.
Yeah.
So, I believe we got like 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
I'll let you, do your last.
No, I mean, look, this episode, we talking about happiness, and I hope everybody who's out there in 2024, life is short, man.
Yeah.
And every day it is a grind.
Yep.
But you should be happy in the grind that you're in. You should not drag yourself into work, and whatever you're doing, hopefully that you're able to find another path to get to the happiness. But to all the kings out there, everybody, Happy New Year. I wish you all the best this year, and find your happiness. If you got things that are making you sick and that are in the way, my man be talking about boundaries. Get the book Boundaries. That literally helps a lot of people in their happiness. Follow him on his page it's on the J.A. Young page, or
J.A. Young.
Yep, yeah. J.A. Young page. Breaking down boundaries, because within boundaries help you solidify your principles, and then when you got principles, you're able to operate off of that, and then you don't have to worry about what other people are thinking, right? Yeah. Like you and your wife. Basically, hey, honey, I want to do this. You guys have a principle in your house about goals and ambitions. And that's obviously a conversation that you have. Yeah. So you're able to do certain things that a lot of men probably would have a struggle having that, because there's no boundary. There's no principles that they're standing on. They have no boundaries within themselves, within the relationship. So, everybody out there, I just wish everybody the best. Stay sharp. One day kings, man.
Yeah, one day kings. I appreciate you. Good night.